Yeah, I think when we idolize relationships, we tend to settle for less, and sometimes we link with somebody that is unevenly yoked. And when I looked up the origin of being unequally yoked, a yoke is a wooden bar that brings together two oxen so that they're able to carry the burden of whatever they're carrying, right? So when the oxens are unequally yoked, that means that one might be stronger than the other one, or one might be taller than the other one. And so instead of working together, they are at odds with one another because they're not on the same level. So in a practical sense, if we link with somebody that we're unequally yoked with, instead of us going forth in the purpose of God, we are at odds with one another because we are not on the same level.
And usually what happens is when you're unequally yoked, you end up taking on the person that's stronger.
That's right.
You end up taking on their beliefs. You end up taking on, like, so you, let's say you were once a believer and you link with someone who may be into spirituality, whatever the case is.
Right.
After a while, and I notice it all the time, the woman ends up submitting to that man's beliefs. And then all of a sudden now they're not a believer anymore.
Yeah, that's good. And then a different perspective is if I am a Christian and I am sold out for God and my faith, and I'm with somebody that doesn't believe, I'm always taking on their burdens, trying to get them to believe. But when I got together, I was already unequally yoked. So I'm at odds because I'm trying to bring them up, but they're not trying to come up.
And that's that added stress, that added pressure, anxiety.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
conflict isn't small things like, oh, I like it cold and you like it hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's big things like children.
It trickles down into like moral beliefs, like how are we going to raise these children? Where are we going to send them to school? What can they listen to? What can
How are we going to discipline them?
Yeah.